Alrighty, so another day, and if you can't tell by this mustache that's still on my face, it hasn't been that long since we stripped this wall down, but we need our climbing fixed, so we're gonna come out here and set, because like I said, it's been a few days. The only problem is, it looks like it's gonna pour today. In fact, it is going to pour today. So we're gonna leave the tarp up to protect us in the wall while we work, but it actually works really nicely because I can show you how it's modular and you can kind of use it half on and half off, as well as we take it down, you can see how we put the mats away for weather. So without wasting too much more time, we're just gonna get right at it.
Are you not gonna crush a beer?
No, we're here to work. Ta-da!
Tarp City.
Oh boy, you'll never guess what happened, or you probably will because it poured, and I mean like absolute downpour. The heavens opened up and it flowed, kind of like the hair out of my follicles. And on that note, I think it's actually about time I get a real haircut, so maybe I'll chop it off soon because it's getting a little bit annoying. But yeah, it's not bad because I guess we got a bit of sunlight out here, which is a little nicer. But I guess that's a double-edged sword because it means I lost more of the day and I don't know how much setting we're gonna actually get done. Plus I lost my helper, so it's just me, and I've actually never filmed handheld like this by myself, so I'm not entirely sure it's gonna work out. So this will be a bit of an experiment, but we'll see what happens. So wish me luck and let's get setting. All right, so I think the first thing I should talk about is what I used to set with. I've actually built this cool little setter's box that's filled with hardware and tools, and I think maybe we should quickly go through that, and then I'm just gonna get to the wall.
All right, so here's my setter's box, as I'm calling it. It's just a simple two-sided hardware box that's modified slightly to be able to house the two different sized Allen wrenches that we have. And conveniently, the snaps on the side match the color of the handles, so I will never confuse which side I'm opening, so I won't spill the hardware all over the mat. In this section, we house some other tools like the tap wrench in case we ever strip a T-nut, as well as some screws just to set the holes in the wall. Speaking of setting the holes in the wall, the opposite side has all the bolts clearly organized by size, so it makes it really easy to pick out what you need. This just takes a lot of the hassle out of setting on the wall. You can just pull this kit out, it's already organized, and you can put it back away organized.
Whew. All right, so now that we have that out of the way, I'm gonna just take you guys through what we're gonna do. So we get some things up on the wall, hopefully before the sun sets, and I'm gonna put a volume somewhere over there, and that'll be for my left hand and left foot. I tend to favor my right side, so I think if I put the volume further left, I can set some like technical heel hooks or just moves on that side of the wall. So that's the plan. So I have just a little something that we built just a little while ago. But yeah, the idea is to kind of, I don't know, hang it somewhere up here. I guess that's the idea. So it's high enough that you can hang off it with your hands, but it's low enough you can still use it as a foot. And yeah, let's just get this bad boy up on the wall. So another day got away from us. This seems to be a theme where I'm filming stuff at night. I mean, at least I have some lights I can set up so you can see what I'm doing. I hope you can see what I'm doing. But yeah, the day just got away from us. And I mean, I guess it kind of works out because Laura's home from work now and she can actually help me film stuff so I can focus on setting rather than filming. I don't know how people do this by themselves. It's super awkward. and it takes a lot of work. So I'm gonna take you through the boulder I'm gonna set, and then hopefully actually be able to set it. Alrighty, so we got these pretty sweet holds from Atomic Climbing. The goal is to set with colors, kind of like we did last time, and then fill it in after like a spray wall. Thinking is we're gonna have like a low start here, and then a big kind of cross move right hand up to the volume, which will kind of swing you out that way. Then you're gonna kind of move across to the other side of the volume, over this side, and then kind of move up, maybe do like a hand heel match or something, pull your body weight back across, kind of traverse, and then maybe like a move up to the top right. So I'm gonna kind of just get to setting that, and hopefully it actually works out.
The intention here was to set as much of these problems from the ground as possible. So this means that you can feel the holds and look at placements and kind of stand and do the body positions, but not actually putting your shoes on and really climbing. I think this helps you become a better problem solver, and I'm sure as a setter it makes you more efficient. So hopefully you see throughout this video that I did fairly minimal actual climbing while setting.
I dig it.
You like?
Love it.
This is a problem for you. It's got bigger moves, so hopefully they're not too big.
Nothing scares me.
I know, you're tough. You're a tough guy. I'm gonna do a little floor running, see if you want to tweak it. Maybe you want to make it a little harder, but at least we got one problem up tonight, and we can keep going on another day.
All right, let's see it.
It might be a little too easy for you. I think I might need to make it a little harder.
Yeah?
Yeah, time for some tweaking. I think this hold might be too good. Oh, maybe you don't have a foot. Yeah, you can just stab it. You're strong enough for that. I'll probably turn this hold. So it's more of a kind of undercling, so when you catch it, you're like pulling between the two. Some changes real quick. Where's my ranch? Where's my ranch? All right, so I guess I could grab a ladder, but don't really want to. Alrighty.
Where'd the foot go? No more foot?
Nope. It's big moves. Big moves for you. What'd you think of it?
Look good.
Think it's gonna be challenging for you or no?
Probably. I'll have to try it, and you can tweak it if it's too easy.
Give me your review, your Yelp review.
Yeah.
How many stars do you think I'm gonna get?
1.
1 star? Like 1 big star.
Sure.
I dig it. All right. Anything else?
I dig you.
It's a little too close for my comfort. Back up. No one wants to see me that close. I think I want to make this the worst hold. I'll make it harder though. You open for that?
Sure.
Switched the jug out for like a kind of a sloper, I guess. Yeah, it's a sloper, but it'll make that move a lot harder, and then it still should be good for a heel, because it's like a good sloper. Let's try it. Alright, so I think we'll just wrap it up because it's super late. And yeah, I didn't get a lot done today, but that seems pretty par for the course now. So we'll just finish off here, and I'll start back up on another day. Hopefully it's tomorrow, but I have a job and I can't do this in the middle of the day. So we'll see what happens. Alrighty, so another day out here at what is unfortunately becoming a familiar time. I work today, and this is the last little bit of day that I have, so I'm gonna try to use my time and energy to set something on this wall. The project that you see right behind me somewhere here is for Laura, and I need to set something for myself, and I'm trying to climb something outside that's pretty crimpy, so I think I need to throw some crimps on this wall to set my project, because I mean, I haven't climbed on crimps in the better part of a month, and if I'm going to climb something outside, I need to make sure that I try to recuperate some of the strength I used to have, so let's just get to it. Alrighty, so here are the holds that have made the first cut. I have a series of these kind of like crimpy but somewhat slopey holds. They should be pretty challenging. And I also got this kind of cool hold, but I'm not entirely sure it's going to be of good use in the problem I want to set, so I'm not sure if it's going to go up. So yeah, the idea is I want to set something that starts kind of here, goes up to the volume. I'm inspired by the climb I set from Laura, where the top move is kind of this like crossover thing. I think I want to set some kind of rose move out to here, and then I think traverse kind of back up to the top over there. But let's just get to it and see what happens. So the first draft of the problem behind me is finished for now. I'm gonna forerun on it and see how it feels. If anything feels too easy, I'll just adjust the holds a bit, but I think it's kind of doing what I want it to do. I don't think I fully utilized the hold that's up there. I don't think I'm really using it in the best way, but I'm gonna climb it, we're gonna see how it goes, and if I need to, I'm just gonna adjust everything a little bit to make it harder. So let's see it. So attempt number one, climbing it went okay. The beginning was far too easy. The top was pretty challenging, so it's good. So I need to make the beginning a little harder, and depending on how that goes, I'll try to climb it a few times. But if it doesn't go, it's probably a good thing, and I'll leave it for tonight and try to climb it another day, because it's in the middle of the night and my neighbors will probably get pissed at me talking to myself and doing work on the wall at this time at night. Alright, so as you might have just seen, I gave it a couple attempts and it feels pretty hard now. I changed up a bunch of holds, and I think the beginning now is a bit of a project to get into the other part. I will give it a few attempts right now and see how far I get. It is sweaty if you can't tell by the grease on my forehead, so I'm probably going to take my shirt off. I'm not Magnus Mippo, but I'm going to take my shirt off and try really hard and see how far I can get tonight. Kind of tired, so it might not be a great test for how hard it is. But first I'm going to rotate the camera around and show you what some of the holds look like so you get a better idea of the problem I just set. The start holds, I'm not here very long, but they're kind of just a position to start at. This is the hold I switched out for kind of that big move. I think you can kind of see it's kind of a crimp. It's kind of slopey, I don't know. It's pretty hard to hold on to. There's kind of like a thumb catch you can do here to pinch it and keep it. I think I was actually wrapping my thumb like this to try to control it. The light's kind of deceptive on this, so it looks maybe more in-cut than it is, but it's kind of slopey and not the best hold. This hold here is in-cut, so I can actually get my fingers like behind it. This rail you kind of saw earlier, it's similar to the one that's on the volume. It's again kind of crimpy but kind of slopey, and the wall's at 25 degrees, so it's pretty hard to hold onto at that angle. The next hold's very similar, but if you can match on it like I did at the end, it's reasonable. And then the last hold's kind of a jug. So that's pretty much everything. I'm gonna put the camera down and try to send it. Alright, so the second round of revisions didn't work out exactly how I wanted. I think it's still a little too easy, but I don't think I need to switch any holds. I think if I rotate these ones over here just to be a little bit more of like side pulls, they're going to be really terrible to hold on to, and I think it'll be more kind of like crimping but under compression to keep the tension between the holds. So I think if I tweak that, it's going to be good. I'll give it one more like send burn from the beginning after I tweak it, and then I'll call it a night and we'll come back to it another day. Alrighty, so it's been a minute since we've been out here. Unfortunately, life got in the way and that tends to happen, but we're gonna set another new problem today, hopefully using these blue holds here. This is the last variation of blue that we have from our new atomic climbing hold. So we're gonna try to set something using this kind of interesting, it's kind of juggy but slopey kind of side pull rail. So I'm gonna try to work with that and actually utilize more of this hold than I did of the other one up top there. And yeah, I guess that's kind of it. I guess the first thing though, before I start setting something new, is I want to tweak this hold. I want to rotate it just clockwise a bit, because this problem was supposed to be like a project and it felt like a little too easy, like I might be able to do it in a session or two. So I'm going to rotate this hold so it's more of a side pull, so when I start to cross into this, it's harder to hold on to. I don't want to fall off this, but I want to have to really engage my core and keep my hips tight to the wall so I can move into this without falling into it. And then I might tweak the start hold there, just so maybe I don't have it as a foot. I'm not entirely sure that's what I want to do though. So we'll tweak this first, give it a couple runs, see what it feels like, and then we'll get straight into setting something new. Yeah. All right, let's see how this feels. Harder. It's definitely harder. I think I'm actually still going to move that down, because I think if I can remove it as a foot going up to that hold, this whole thing's gonna be really hard and really gonna have to work on it. So I'm gonna move that, and then we're gonna go set some stuff with this hold. Cool. My thinking here is that I'm going to try to make something that climbs out here. It might be actually kind of too hard for me at this angle. I'm not good at laybacking, but I want to kind of create something. Maybe you get to a Gaston on this, come to here with a high foot, then maybe match on this, and maybe have to heel hook this to move up that way. I'm actually going to make that a teeny bit more positive. That should, I think, be pretty fun to climb. All right, let's get some more holds up on there. Maybe I'll do like a double Gaston movement where you hit it this way and this will become an opposition foot. That could be cool, or it could also be terrible, so let's see how it goes. See how this feels. The only problem with that is probably use that as a foot, so I don't know if I like that, because I kind of want you to have to really push into this. Maybe I'll do like a cross start or something. Maybe this is a little contrived, but I think if I make it a cross start here, doesn't give you a lot of options, so I think that kind of forces the movement I want. I think I want to have something that makes you cross up, move your way across the volume, and then up. I want something that's a bit more challenging, so you gotta be a little bit more careful. All right, time to grab the ladder. Just to prove I've learned my lesson slightly, I'm gonna throw just a temporary set screw on this so that it doesn't spin on me when I'm taking it for a test drive, because I might want to adjust it, so I'm not gonna put all of them in yet, but I'll set one in just to make sure it doesn't spin on me, because I don't want to look like an idiot any more than I already do. All right, let's take this baby for a spin.
I want to take you for a spin.
Not allowed. just want to maybe make that hold closer so it's easier, so I'm not trying to go left hand, it's comfortable to go right hand. And then maybe once I hit that, if it's closer, maybe I can use something here or add a foot chip so that I can go kind of like I originally intended to go right hand. I kind of wanted to pop out and hit that. And that might be too far away now. That is the left foot. I think you could hit like an undercling and then stab your foot somewhere here, and then it becomes a good hold. Until you get up there, this is useless. And actually probably toss to that like crimp rail at the top, where I think from there you can then finish it off. I'm just gonna try to climb with what I have on the wall and see if I can actually set it without the ladder. Of course, I could just use the ladder.
Is that how the pros set?
This is how the professionals do it. I'm sure some really strong guys like doing it that way. Should be pretty good. I am going to probably set some more problems over the next few days, but I'll just do like a time lapse with some commentary, so I don't think people need my insights all the way through with my amateur setting. So
we all want to know what's in that beautiful brain.
Nothing.
That's true.
Alright, I just want to make a note here, because this is in fast forward, it's kind of hard to see what I'm actually setting. I do plan on posting a video in the future of me climbing these problems, so you can see how easy or hard they were or otherwise, and if my intentions actually worked out. So I just thought I'd flag it in case you want to see that, so you can keep an eye out for it in the future. Alright, so random break from setting, and I know I kind of hinted at no more interruptions, so I apologize, but I figure there's something I should address that some of you smart people might have noticed, which is there's been a pretty big gap in time between the clips you're watching earlier and what you're watching now. And yeah, my pants are longer, my sleeves are longer, my hair is longer, and there's been a pretty big gap in time between what you're watching and what you're seeing now, and I still haven't had a haircut. But there's a good reason for that, and it's just that I've gotten busy. I've been busy with life, busy with work, and busy climbing outside because, let's be honest, sometimes it's nice to take a break from your own backyard and pull on some real rock. So I thought I'd address it in case some of you thought maybe we lost sight from the climbing wall and took a break from it. That is not at all the case. It's just that life got in the way, as it tends to do, and if it's something you didn't notice, maybe at least this makes you feel a little bit more human, because I know when I watch videos of other people doing all this stuff in their life, I wonder where they find the time, and the reality is that they don't, or at least I don't. And with that said, I'm wasting more precious time, so let's just get back to it.
right, so I think it looks a lot later than it actually is, but it's just that time of year. I mean, to be fair, it did take a while to set all these problems, but I think we can finally say that we're done. So I've gone through and I've set a bunch of projects, kind of with some intentional moves, and then gone through and also set some projects for Laura. I think there's a good variety there. And then afterwards, I just added some foot chips, a bunch of different holds if I felt like there were too many slopers in one area. I added some crimps, I added some pinches, just to keep, a lot of variety on the wall, and then also made sure I had lots of different hold orientations, so there's a lot of hidden projects in the wall behind me, and hopefully we can get to climbing on them because it is getting cold, if you can't tell by my sweater and the toque on my head. But I hope we can get out here and climb a bunch before it's too cold for us to do that. So if you like this video, please give us a like, and if you found this content interesting and want to see some more of it, please consider subscribing. It would mean a lot to us and we really appreciate it. And I guess that's pretty much it. So with that, we'll let you go and take it easy, and peace out.